guys, today we will be navigating the water temple level of Kameo. So you sort of start off by sort of going down the little hole with deep blue there. It sort of flashes green on your map, and this is the beginning of the level. So if you've only got the one ship here to destroy, just avoid the trolls bobbing around in the water. They're just annoying, to be honest. There's your cutscenes, not looking too good for old Aunt Lenya there. So you sort of see that ship ahead of you. Just keep using the blast moves with deep blue. I find it helps to not sort of be doing the thrust/swimming move whilst doing it. Because you tend to sort of get your aim all off if you do that. I don't know why, it's just painful. So you need to basically aim for that bit down there. There it is. You can try and shoot the trolls, but because they sort of bob about so unpredictably, it can be quite tricky to aim for them. And you just sort of want to follow me through this bit here. It's pretty difficult to get lost. There's only one way you can go. He's a bit annoying, so I'm just going to shoot him. This next bit, I advise sort of having deep blue fully upgraded, possibly rubble fully upgraded if you can sort of, especially with the spikes, that's a very handy one. And failing that, Pummelweed can be used, but you do have to deal with some fire type trolls here, so I wouldn't really advise it. So to bring him back, you need to basically destroy all these little fire trolls first. It's very easy, just use deep blue. Rubble won't do much. I'm not sure why I've just done that. Yeah, you just sort of need to make sure you've got everything upgraded. So Razor Stone, very important, because that now means that when you do sort of the blast one or the rapid charge, Stone Storm, that now means that will actually hurt the trolls rather than just confusing them or stunning them. Right, so these guys are fairly easy to destroy. It's literally just keep using the spray move on them until they either fall into a wall or into the water, ideally. If you just extinguish them, they will eventually reignite themselves, so don't walk off once you've done that unless you're certain they're gone. He sort of released some more, just a little bit annoying. Sort of just destroy these as sort of quickly as you can. Sort of more of an inconvenience than anything. Finish these guys off with deep blue. Right, is that all of them? I think it might be. There we go. So he sort of drops some explosive, I think they're like boom boom plant things, I'm not sure what they're called. Yeah, if you just hold down sort of storm and then aim at him, that sort of gets rid of him very quickly. So yeah, basically extinguish him with deep blue, then hold down LT and RT together and point the left sort of joystick towards him. Yeah, that's like the quickest way you can get rid of them. So with this, much like with Mountain Rise, make sure you aim with your right trigger, right joystick there. So that's a pretty heavy indicator as to where you're going next. So with these trolls, a lot of them do come out. You can basically use a combination of Ash and Deep Blue's Slick Jet move. Pretty much until you get bored. They do eventually stop respawning, and it is very good for sort of the carnages, etc. If you do just stand in the centre and spin round and round, it's a fairly fail-safe way of getting rid of them all. But sort of for the sake of completeness, I should probably move on in a minute. So yeah, with this, as you can see, sort of just normal trolls spawning. It's as long as you can be bothered to sort of keep fighting them. But there you go. Just sort of see if you're getting bored, I'm going to move on. So we go out the way we came in. So for this next bit, you'll have a ship rather than a submarine to defeat. That's just showing you sort of where you need to go. But that will open up once you've destroyed this ship. You can release a sort of floating bombs there in the water, but it's not worth it as you're going to need to use those later on in the level. So I try and avoid touching those at this point. Yeah, just sort of keep sort of using the blast move to try and get rid of them as quickly as you can. Mostly so you can avoid them bombing you, which is a little bit inconsiderate, but there you go. If you do find yourself getting hit a bit too much, just sort of go underwater and sort of aim up at them, because you've got a slightly better chance of avoiding the bombs then. There we go, so that top bit should open up for you. Those trolls are fairly easy to get rid of, those little sort of shell ones. You can just spray them over the edge if you really want.
Major ruin.
I imagine by now you know how to use Major Ruin, so it sort of doesn't need much of an explanation there. Yeah, these guys, if you want, you can literally just spray them over the edge. As long as they fall into the water, it counts as a kill, so it's quite nice and easy. Except this one doesn't want to. What did we got there? There we go. So just twiddle around and through the hole. So for this next bit, you'll have some archers sort of spawn in from one of those annoying fire troll things. They're not too difficult to get rid of. It's just that any other archer you've sort of come up with before. Mildly annoying, but keep hitting me there actually. If they're being a bit too evasive like they are here, just use the slick jet move. That sort of catches them up in it very quickly. But here it'll be much like before, except it's 2 trolls rather than 1. So, yep, same premise, you just need to get rid of all the little fire guys. And then once they're destroyed, the big fire trolls will come back. So yeah, it's just try and pick them off sort of as quickly as you can. If you see those sort of cages full of bugs hanging from the ceiling, sort of right above me here, if you aim your spray up at them whilst the big fire troll is stunned, the bugs will fall on him, and more often than not they do kill him. But it takes a combination of sort of first you've got to stun them with deep blue, and then you've got to make sure that the bugs fall directly on him. And frankly, sometimes it's just not worth the effort. So this is where I do my rebel, hold down LT and RT, and aim it at him. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, I will try and do that bug thing. Oh, there we go, got lucky there. And so then the next wheel's opened up. So much the same as before. You just need to sort of spray it with deep blue, and then that will open up the next bit of the level for you. Again, you can stay around for as long as you like to destroy various trolls, etc. I'm just going to sort of move on here because there are extra trolls and they tend to be picking on a couple of leftover soldiers. If you spend too long in that main room, then the soldiers do get killed, which is a bit annoying. So I tend to move on fairly quickly with this bit. Just set myself on fire. There you go. There we go, let's put him out. Right, so it's basically you have to jump down there and back outside. So you'll remember that you tackled a boat and a submarine before. So this time you're going to have 2 of each. And if you remember those bombs that I mentioned that are floating in the water, I want you to release all of those. So basically, you have to shoot the chain, not the bomb. So the submarines, you're going to have to sort of use deep blue to sort of blast at them, unfortunately. But the chains, I'll just try and find you one somewhere. So this thing, make sure you shoot at the chain and not the bomb. Because if you shoot at the bomb, it just blows up. Basically, what that does is if you release enough of them, eventually the ships will just drive into it and they'll sink. So that means that you only have to tackle the 2 submarines. But yeah, the priority at the moment is just trying to find as many of these sort of bomb things and release them. Try and avoid the bombs there. That's honestly, people keep trying to blow me up, it's quite annoying. So I'll try and get rid of one of these. Right, so it's one down. That's another one of those floating bomb thingies. Make sure I release that. Release that. Again, always make sure you're hitting the chain and not the big round ball at the top. If you sort of do that with as many as you can, you do eventually just sort of destroy the ships floating on the top of the water without any effort. That needs to take down this guy. Firing torpedoes on it, it's very rude. So 1 or 2 more to do it. There we go. You can tell when they're at the end of their life when the fin part of it sort of disappears. That generally means it only has 1 hit left. Right, so that door should be opening. Because it's not, it means that there's still a ship left. There you go, you see him up there. I'll release this just for completeness. Let's go hunting down. Again, with these, make sure you don't get too close to them, because if you do, you sort of bounce off them and it hurts. I don't really know why, but it just does. It's personal preference as to whether you prefer sort of the camera angle above or below the water. I like to alternate between both, frankly. And try and avoid the sort of the big bombs that you've released into the water there, because again they'll just hurt if you bounce into them. Right, so that's that one done, and I think one of the other ships has been picked off by one of those sort of bombs that I'd released. So there you go, that's the door opened. Sort of the trolls coming out of it sort of give you a nice clue as to where it is. Basically, you see this bit up here, you just have to go up that with Major Run. be more successful if you do it without falling off, but you know, hey ho.
Feed your ruin.
So you sort of see that the trolls are releasing these plant bombs down there. Just spray them into the water. It's the easiest thing to do. Right, so this one at the top, I managed to fall off. Oh. Yeah, basically with the guy right at the top, don't just spray him in any which way direction, because that will just push him down to this level. You need to make sure that you spray him into the water. There you go. Just finishing off with Ash in the end. I think you can use deep blue. It is personal preference. Most of the time I do use deep blue. It's just because he kept hitting me, it was a bit annoying. Right, let's try not to set my own soldier on fire there. Right, okay, so sort of use the drag pool to sort of solo that guy out. I think we can grab him as well. There we go. Right, so through that tunnel is the boss battle, so make sure that you're fully healed. You will need deep blue and major ruin for that bit. So I'm just going to sort of open some boxes, get some coins whilst I'm healing there, and switch back to the Eye of Spirit, just to sort of help you replenish your spirit bar as quickly as you can. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to sort of basically keep rushing those boom boom plants at him, and then once he's in the water, use deep blue following him and attack the ends of the tentacles that I will walk you through. So that big glowing blue thing is what you need to be aiming for. So Coralis will keep trying to electrocute you, so just keep flying round and round in a circle until you've got a good aim.
Keep your wits about you and don't give up.
You can normally tell how close he is to electrocuting you by how sort of bright the sparks are behind you. So you see the trolls are starting to throw down these boom boom plants. When you get a good aim, so this bit down here, that's a good aim because he's nice and close. It doesn't matter if you get hit here, it's probably worth it. There we go. Just pick a side. You're only going to be able to get maximum 2 in one go, so just focus on doing the one side. There's one tentacle down. Always aim for the big sort of orb at the end, and now just get out. You won't be able to move on to another one. It's basically rinse and repeat. Make sure you keep an eye on your health bar as well. So I'm just sort of giving myself a quick regeneration there.
Check your current objective in the...
You will tend to find that Coralis sits near one of the sort of ramps, and you need to basically aim for that ramp and sort of chuck the balls on from there, because if you go from any other angle it just won't hit him. You sort of see the bombs here, they're not worth it at the moment because it's just not at the right angle for me, so I'm just going to fly past those. This is the ideal spot. Andy's just moved away, so that's really inconvenient actually. So basically wait for him to settle in a nice new spot. So you want that one sort of, not this one, the next one's the ideal one. But hopefully there's a plant there. There we go. Right, so basically aim from there, go. Now I've got to go down the left side. So each tentacle I think takes 4 hits if you sort of do it accurately. Oh, that's really annoying. Sort of on my best runs I can do it with in 2 goes,
If you'd like some
but not
advice,
today.
walk with me through the whatnot book.
So that next bridge is looking pretty ideal. It's looking nice and close to that. So hopefully he doesn't move away before I can sort of aim one of these at him. Sometimes it's just worth taking the hit if your health can sort of deal with it. Oh. Why does he move away? It's almost like he doesn't want to be hit. So where's he settled? Okay, so the next bridge is the ideal one. Hopefully that was sort of just before. There we go. Right, try and aim that one up. Alright, I've only got one left. So that'll take 3 blasts and he should be done after that. There we go. And you've officially beaten the water temple. Sort of shortly after this, you will get a cutscene with Aunt Lenya where she basically reveals a bit more of your background. So she should give you some
Kameo.
family gossip now.
I knew you'd save me. You have always been noble and courageous. Not like that cowardly sister of yours. I'm ashamed to call her a relation. And yet, I pity her. For I believe deep down inside she feels her actions are justified.
How could she possibly, in any way, think what she's doing is all right?
It was your mother's desire you never hear this. But I suppose now it's better you know. Thena only bore Solon one child, Callus. Though you are as much a daughter to her as any blood relation ever could be.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, I do love the family
miracle
drama.
brought you to
She
us,
found out that
Kameo.
she's adopted.
Thena then adopted you as her own and raised you as such. Oh, your mother wanted your life to be perfect. And to shield you, she swore us all, including your sister, to secrecy. The attention Thena lavished on you bothered Callus, of course, but I think she always felt secure in the idea that when the time came...
That she, as Solon's rightful heir, would receive the transformation magic. I see, but I still don't understand. I never expected this power, and if I'd have known all this would happen, I'd have refused it.
No. Your mother was right to pass the power on to you. Callus has proven by her betrayal that she is not worthy of such a great responsibility. I know you care for your sister still, as do I. But sadly, she is lost to us. And you must do everything necessary to stop her. The fate of the realm rests firmly in your hands, and as a sign of my faith in your abilities, I present to you Chilla.
Yeah, you've got Chilla back.
Chilla.
Now we've got him, we can
I
use him
won't
to
let
get
you
some of
down.
the missing fruits
There
in
are
this
so
level,
many
to be
other
honest.
questions I have.
I know, Angel, but now is not the time. I must recover, and you're needed elsewhere.
You're right, Aunt Lanya. Get some rest, and thanks for everything. You're right, Aunt Lanya. Get some rest, and thanks for everything.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please do drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!